Hello and welcome to the next lecture. So today we're going to speak a little bit about the OpenTracing. So the OpenTracing is more like a standard or approach that you can use in distributed systems, right? So the complex, so in a complex environment that can help you because you can trace all the logs in a chain. And so firstly, we're going to use the Jaeger for tracking the in the Docker to that uses the OpenTracing to look at what is going on, right? So the Jäger in German it's hunter. So this is the I think it's Go tool, which is really convenient for tracing, and yeah, you can have a look as well. So I started the so you can see that here Jaeger tracing all in one latest, and there is a bunch of the ports here that you can use. So yeah, it started and you can actually go to localhost 16686 to see the Jaeger UI. I don't know if you, yeah, I can remove the search, but you can see the idea, right? So all right, so let's go to the terminal and let's create a project. So the only difference is that we have a Quarkus Backend OpenTracing. So let's open up a new folder and call this. So we'll have a traced resource, and the path will be /hello as always, nothing more, nothing less. Let's open it up in IntelliJ IDEA. All right, so the project is opened, and as always, Maven, nothing more additional except this Quarkus Backend OpenTracing, right? So let's go to the src main Java Techno OpenTracing trace resource. So here we will add one more log, and I'll show you how it's working. So let's create the logger private or private static final logger. So we're gonna use again the org gbos log manager. Logger, get logger, trace resource class, get simple name, like this. So we have a logger here, and let's log something. So let's log the info message. So we have a logger. Okay, I need to have it public, sorry. So we have a public logger info, so hello, right? Something like this. So this will be enough for our example. Let's go to the resources and application properties, and let's put some more of the settings there. So we'll need to have like 4 of them, and so the service name is our service which we'll use. We can name it Quarkus as well. So the sampler type is like the type of the sampler. In our case, it's a constant. And the sampler param, this is the attribute that will specify how many traces you want to, how many requests you want to catch. In our case, so this value is from 0 to 1, so you can put a 0.5 to catch the half of them. And this is just will modify a little bit the console output. So we'll have here a trace ID, span ID, and sampled as well. So this is like additional, and then there should be, I think this part will be tracer, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, with this in mind, let's start our app. Let's go to the cd open tracing and call the main Quarkus. Maybe I'll make it a little bit larger, as well as here, Quarkus dev, right? So let's start our app, and okay, so it started, and let's go to Postman and call the hello like this, and you'll see you get the hello. We can call a few more times just for test. You can also see that we have an info message, and so we have a trace ID, span ID, sampled, and all this stuff. And now, so this can be used as a reference, of course, so you can use this trace ID like this, so just copy it over. And now we can go to our Jaeger And so you can firstly, of course, look up everything by trace ID. And in our case, of course, we have only one reference to it because nothing more happened here. But we can also, I think we can also use the span ID for, oh yeah, that's the same stuff. So yeah, so here, if you have more occurrences of this logic, so for example, we can put more hello, how are you, right? Something like this. So we'll have more logs here in the same session. So no reflection should be returned. I think it's why is it as? Okay, I think this let's see what's going on with this. No reflection exception should be thrown from the error setup. Okay, let's try to let's restart the app. Not sure what happened. Okay, so now it's up and running. Let's go to the postman, call the hello. We get back the hello, of course, and you can see that we have we can have four four logs, but the trace ID is the same. So once you call it one more again, you'll have a different trace ID. So the trace ID is connected to the in our case it's just a request, but if you have more than this, this can span more than like one request. So maybe you can also have the, I have here the extension, so you can also add the OpenTracing Grpc extension, and it will trace the database as well. So now let's go back to the Google Chrome and put this new trace, and you'll see that we have here a hello. I think it's the old one. Let's copy. No, it's this one. Okay. So you can see that we have all the information about the log itself, so again you can choose the Quarkus, all of the operations, and find the traces, and you'll see all the occurrences of the same area. So you can also look like this and look through the text and see the information about the logic as well. So yeah, so now you know how to use a Jaeger UI and the Quarkus OpenTracing if it's required, of course. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.